So I'm just gonna start off and simply tell you guys that I feel that a lot of people will not agree with what I'm about to tell you, because I think it's gotten to the point that a lot of people are just tired of events and are just tired of Loomian Legacy updating anything else but the main story update. As you guys know, pretty much the main story update hasn't come out because I guess the workload has been too much than originally anticipated, and after all, there is only one scripter who's currently undertaken this great endeavor. It's gotten to the point where a lot of people understand why Atlantean City Part 2 is taking a lot of time to come out, while there are others who are just furious that it hasn't come out. But at the end of the day, you guys need to understand that there are other games on Roblox that you could be playing. But anyways, why am I saying that the future is bright for Loomian Legacy? Well, this year Loomian Legacy has done two things that I believe they've never done in the past. They've actually hosted events that have lasted 1 week. It all began on January 20th when the Llama Train Studio Twitter account went onto Twitter and said, starting tomorrow, the Lunar New Year bump up can be found roaming in the wilds of Alorio. And this event basically lasted around 13 days. So for 13 days, you could just hunt in Loomian Legacy to have a chance of finding a rare reskin in the game. And when this event ended on February 6th, a lot of people said, well, now it's time to wait until Atlantean City Part 2. There's gonna be nothing else to do. But haha, you are wrong. Loomian Legacy came out of nowhere. I literally mean it. They came out of nowhere and announced a Valentine's Day event on the 14th of February, which is of course Valentine's. They basically said love is in the air and a special Loomian is budding with some new beautiful flowers. A new limited time Ansi and Florin reskin is now roaming in the wilds of Alorio. Pretty much with these two updates, Loomian Legacy just decided to release a 1 week event and a 2 week event of just one Loomian where you can hunt anywhere and just find them. And what are they exactly doing with this? Well, I think it's kind of obvious that they're clearly just giving us something to do until Atlantean City Part 2 comes out, but that's not exactly what I want to focus on. I want to focus on the fact that Loomian Legacy did a Valentine's event and a Lunar New Year event, which basically means it wouldn't surprise me if Loomian Legacy decides this year to do its first ever St. Patrick's event, its first ever Easter event, its first ever Thanksgiving event. And hey, Easter and St. Patrick are actually around the corner. St. Patrick's actually on the 17th of March and Easter is actually on the 9th of April. So given the fact that Loomian Legacy did a 1 week event with Valentine's and a 2 week event with Lunar New Year, I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to do the game's first ever St. Patrick's event on the 17th of March and the game's first ever Easter event on the 9th of April. Now comes the argument that a lot of people are saying that they are tired of events. The Loomian Legacy is wasting time with these events and they should be focusing their efforts elsewhere. However, these events are barely actually taking any time away from the development of Atlantean City Part 2. I personally just see these events as them just adding a new limited time Loomian. I seriously wouldn't think that an event like this would take them even more than a day to implement, because after all, T. Bradham is the one who scripts the stuff, so pretty much when these models are done, they send it over to him, and probably in under a day, he just scripts the model in the game, which allows us to hunt for these Loomians in the wild. This, however, would make sense if Loomian Legacy comes out of nowhere and hosts another huge event that clearly seems like it took them a lot of time, but of course this isn't the case. At the end of the day, seeing a Valentine's Day event and a Lunar New Year event actually makes me happy for the future of Loomian Legacy. Hey, let's face it, Atlantean City Part 2 is gonna come out one day, but that one day is unknown. So for now, let's just take what we're given and make the best out of the worst situation. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm Armenti, and we lit.